our dog kennels is how it's really difficult to keep them clean. The current shelter, you can see that there's a big gap between the wall and the floor here. We've patched them multiple times, it just doesn't hold. Again, this is really a problem for disease control. It's nearly impossible to keep these things clean. The other challenge with this kennel in particular is we've got a furnace right above this poor dog. It's really noisy when it comes on. And also all of the air in this kennel, everybody shares the same air. So we've got sick dogs and healthy dogs in the same airspace. Again, not good for disease control. We've got kennels on both sides. So we've got Mr. Hobson here, who's kind of a barker, right across from Kipper, who here he comes. Hi, Kipper. So this is not an ideal section for dog kennels. It's very noisy. As you can see, the dogs have to talk to each other across the hallway. So this is another one of our challenges in this current facility. Yeah, that's good. So we're sitting outside talking about the new shelter because there's no place inside to talk about it. And this is what happens with when somebody comes to visit a dog to potentially adopt. If they want to meet the dog, they've got to do it outside. It's pouring down rain today, so we're under the awning, but this really is not ideal. Our shy dogs really, really struggle in the shelter, and the small ones also, just because it's really noisy in those kennels, and if they are kind of high anxiety dogs, they don't have anywhere to just calm down. One of our dogs that really sticks with me that struggled in this shelter was Cinnamon. She was a red-bone coonhound, very high anxiety dog. She barked constantly. Actually, when you got her in a foster home, she didn't bark at all. It's just that the level of anxiety she had here was just off the charts. And in the new shelter, we'll have quiet areas for dogs that need that sort of thing. You saw Moby there, the last dog that we took a look at, been with us quite a while, and when he originally came in, he came from kind of a bad situation, and he was just freaked out by people. And in the new shelter, we would have been able to put him in a kennel that the general public couldn't have seen him, so that the staff could have got to know him a little bit better and to build some trust with him before we opened him up to the general public. So Moby really struggled when he first came here, and in the new shelter we'll be much better able to accommodate a dog like that. So those are the reasons that we are looking at a new design for our kennels and are really excited about moving forward.